Alright, so we back with another video. Today we back giving y'all animations. Today we going over the swing, 6'5" to 6'9". We gave y'all the guards. Y'all do want more videos like this. There's only one more set of builds to go over, and that's the bigs. Y'all do want the bigs video. Make sure to like the video. It's a lot in store still coming banger month. If you don't got the notifications on, what are you doing? You're not a member of the channel. What are you doing? That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, if y'all do want more, show the support by liking the video, subscribing, comment down below. A lot of people have stuff they agree with, disagree with. Still put anything that you agree or disagree with in the comments down below. It's okay if you correct me, because all this is to help people. So that's just what it is. So yeah, today we're gonna be doing the swings. We're gonna do jump shots, pretty much anything you can think of animations wise, dunks, layups, motion styles. It doesn't matter, all in one video. Further ado, man, no more talking. Let's hop into it. Hopping into it. First things first, motion style. Motion style for swings, in my opinion, the best ones in the game. You can use a lot of the ones that you can use on guards, but the best ones, in my opinion, Drew Eubanks. You can say this is the best one for bigs. You can also say it's the best one for swings. Drew Eubanks. The next best one, Kawhi. Now, I went over this in the guard video. I didn't understand what y'all meant by it's two different ways of how it works for defense and offense. There's gonna be better ones for defense, better for offense. Now I knew there was ones that was better for defense because of lateral quickness and stuff like that. Some just has defensive stances and motions and all that. But when you're just running up and down the court, it's just faster defensively than it is offensively on this game. That's just how 2K made it with the motion styles. So when you do choose a motion style, there's gonna be certain motion styles that's faster defensively, but that's not that fast or not in the top tier of fast offensively. But Drew Eubanks, Kawhi Leonard are two very balanced ones. You can still use Jalen Suggs, but in my opinion, I would use the other two. And I would honestly say Kawhi Leonard is the best one for swings because it does have also the defensive stances and the defensive motions, while it's also very fast offensively and defensively. All right, so for the pass styles, on my 6'5", I can't quite get the pass style I want yet. But pass styles, I say this every single time, none, Tyrese Halliburton. If you going for a pass style on your build, you're going with one of these two. These are the two of the best ones in the game. It is that simple. Now, outside of those, there are some solid ones. D Mitch, y'all put me on to this one in the comments. I do be reading the comments. D Mitch, very good. Ones that was good in previous years that I don't like as much this year. LeBron, don't like it as much. LaMelo Ball is good this year. I'm gonna be honest, pass styles, I could put this in the same one in every single video, and it hasn't really changed too much because there's no height requirement. But yeah, Trae Young, in my opinion, very good. Ja is a really good bang for your buck. Sabonis is a really good bang for your buck. Jokic is solid. A lot of these are good. Some of them you just gotta test them for yourself. Magic Johnson is good in the right hands. It just takes forever to get out your hands, if that makes sense. But the ball speed is actually up there. But yeah, those are the pass styles I personally recommend. Anything between Tyrese Halliburton and none, I don't know how much it is really actually worth it. But if I did have to go for two, it would probably be D Mitch and LaMelo Ball. Simple. All right, next is the dribble styles. Now, when it comes to the dribble styles, when I do the guards, it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, people trying to tell me what's the best. I disagree. But when it comes to the swings, I don't think it's really close. I think it's the Dejounte Murray. That's tier 1. I think that's the best one, in my opinion. Devin Booker, I think is the next one. That would be tier 2. Then you got the Jalen Green, and you actually, let me scratch that. I would say Dejounte Murray, tier 1. Zion with Devin Booker. Zion I would put with Devin Booker because the requirement is so low. I would think Devin Booker is better, but it's the same tier because the requirement is so easy to get. But right under that tier, I would say Jalen Green. Then you got the ones that a lot of people prefer that I personally don't like, where it's like the Zach LaVine's, the LeBron James. But all of those, I guess, are popular for a reason. Haven't used Pro that much this year, but yeah, Devin Booker, I would say Dejounte Murray, Zion, and Jalen Green are the ones I would personally recommend for swings. Then, all right, signature size up. I'm not gonna lie. I believe you can put on Kobe, but I don't get Kobe on my build, so that's just what it is. But somebody in the comments told me to use Zach LaVine. I'm using it. It's very good. Cade Cunningham, very good. in my opinion. Drew Holiday, very good. Some of the best ones in the game. Those are the ones I would personally recommend though. Zach LaVine, in my opinion, is one of the best ones in the game. And shout out to the person that said that. I was using that in 22. I was using that in 21. Haven't really used it in a while, and it's still very good. I think they sped it up a little bit this year compared to the previous 2 years, and it's been very good. Next is the regular breakdown combo. Regular breakdown combo, Jason Tatum. I think Jason Tatum is the best one. You can also go with a Penny. You can go with a Jalen Green. I've been saying that for a time. But for the most part, those are the regular breakdown combos I would personally recommend. You can also go with Pro, and it's not that bad. But yeah, those are the ones I personally would recommend. Now, this one is kind of funny. Aggressive breakdown combos. I said that Kobe White early in the year, and I stopped using it. But I actually started seeing people in the comments saying Kobe White. So yeah, Kobe White is very, very good. It's very flashy. I think Tatum is solid. I think Brandon Ingram is solid. I think Penny Hardaway is solid. I think Pro is solid. You can use any of those. But Kobe White is the one I'm personally recommending today and the video. Then all right, for the escape moves. Now the escape moves, it is very interesting how you want to do this. Now, if you have higher ball handle, you can get like the Kobe, you can get like the Harden. I honestly think the Harden is actually solid this year. I won't lie. Harden got a lot of good animations this year. So you could really say Harden for a lot of dribbling. But for this one, escapes, like I said, you can throw in Kobe, Harden in there. But Jimmy, Kevin Durant, LeBron, LaVine, and I would throw in Devin Booker with that. Those are the ones I personally would say. They all, some of them are pretty similar, I'm not gonna lie, but for the most part, those are the best ones in my opinion for swings, in my personal use of using them. Next is the combo moves, and this is another one I would probably say Harden is the best one, but I don't get it on this build, so I do use Devin Booker. So yeah, that's just what it is. Next is the crossovers. Crossovers is not as good as the guards. Like the guards, they get one of the best ones in the game with De'Aaron Fox. The bigs, they get one of the best ones in the game with Giannis. For swings, Paul George, in my opinion, is the best one, but you also can use a Zach LaVine, which is very, very good if you want to use something similar to like a Giannis, a De'Aaron Fox, but you don't get it on a swing. LaVine is probably your best bet. And you also got Lonzo. I genuinely don't remember if it's Lonzo or Luka. I know, oh, it's Luka. Okay, Luka and LaVine are the two ones I would say that are good at replicating it, but I would probably say LaVine. But in my opinion, the best one, especially if you don't want to get ripped, I would say Paul George. And I've been saying this for time. Simple. Next, by far, best behind the back. I would even argue behind the back in the game. You can say Kawhi. Kawhi is very, very good. Kawhi, in my opinion, is the best behind the back for swings. I don't even think it's even debate. You got Pro and Normal that are solid. You got these other ones that are solid. I would say Kawhi though, in my opinion. Next spin, best spin is Penny Hardaway. Simple. I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to these dribble moves, a lot of these not even that useful this year. But yeah, Penny. And then next, Hezzy. They nerfed the swings to the ground with some of these animations like De'Aaron Fox, Ja Morant being some of the best ones in the game this year, and them not be able to have it for the first time this year. Got trolled, but they're not really 6'5" and up, so I get it. But yeah, best hesitation, I guess, for swings. I don't really care about it, so I just use normal because there's just not really any on the level of Ja Morant like the guards. So just what it is. And then last but not least, the step backs. I'm gonna be real with you. The step backs, really, really good. You can go with the LaVines. You can go with the D Books. You can go with the Luka Doncic. You can go with the Tyrese Halliburton if you want to take ankles. It's really up to you how you want to play with it. But yeah, those are the best step backs in the game. And then for the triple threat style, you got the Michael Jordan. I think that's the best one in the game. It was hidden behind starter 3 last year animations. This year is starter 4. It's no longer hidden behind starter 4 animations. You can get it off the rip. Shout out to 2K. But shout out to 2K. All right, now the layup. Now when it comes to the layup packages in NBA 2K25, I'm gonna be honest, man. This layup video gonna be very fun. It's gonna be very interesting. Being real with you. But yeah, there's a lot of layups that I deem good for swings. I'm gonna just say them all right here. People gonna be mad about it, but it is what it is. LaMelo Ball, one of the flashiest layup packages in the game. Jimmy Butler, been very good for the past 2 years. Whether you want to do hop steps, whether you want to go through with bully animations, Jimmy, very good. DeMar DeRozan, very, very good. All around. You can do really anything with it. It's very good. Zach LaVine, Kawhi Leonard. I was very surprised that Kawhi Leonard was a starter 4 package, but Kawhi Leonard has like 2 animations in it, but when you use it, it is very well rounded. Zion Williamson, One of the best bang for your buck layup packages for guards and bigs. Devin Booker nerfed it this year, but it's still very good in the right hands. It's just not my personal preference. Then for the last two, MJ. I've always said MJ is probably the best one in the game, but they've actually buffed LeBron's layup package this year. LeBron, I usually hate on LeBron layup package. This is the last year for that. But yeah, those are the layups I personally would recommend. They're all distinctly different, and put in the right hands, one of these could genuinely be the best. I just don't think there's like a set in stone by far best one for swings. There's even some ones I didn't mention, like Kobe, that has a huge green window. I just personally think it's a little slow. Luka is actually really good for getting gold 10s, but again, I think it's a little slow. But yeah, those are the layup packages I personally would recommend. All right, now when it comes to the best dunk packages in the game for swings. Now, I'm gonna be honest. You really only gonna be focusing on the two hands. I'm gonna be honest. I just put it on. Athletic hangs off one. I'm coming around to thinking athletic hangs off one is better than quick drops. Being honest. I'm at that level. Side clutches off one, very good, but I've never been like a huge front clutch, side clutch. I've never been a huge guy on those, to be honest. But quick drops off one, in my opinion, very good. It's just not as good as it was in 23 because there's no limitless takeoff. Not as good as it was in 22 because no limitless takeoff. But it's still very, very good. It's always been one of the best dunk packages in the game every year. The reason why I've had it in videos for so long. But yeah, I personally like the athletic hangs off one this year the most because it takes off from the most distance and it's just really, really consistent. And you can have it at a really cheap price at $65 and $45. Now, one hand, the best one hand in my opinion this year is leaning tomahawks. You can go with some of these actual tomahawks like the sidearm, the straight, but a lot of these are expensive. The sidearm is kind of solid, but it's pretty expensive. So I would really more so lean on an NBA dunk package. Now, when it comes to the NBA dunk package, I would actually use LeBron James. I think LeBron James would be the one I would go with. But to see, you have to have a 40 standing dunk, 84 driving dunk, 64 vertical, and I don't have the 40 standing dunk on my build, so I can't even use it. So that is why I do use the leaning tomahawks on this build. But yeah, if I'm being real, you want to have LeBron, athletic hangs off two, and you want to have quick drops, and you're pretty much straight. Anything else is kind of extra in my opinion. I don't really like to put too much on my stuff, but if I do, I know a lot of people like the Michael Jordan. I've never been a big Michael Jordan person. I think this year is worse than ever because the cradles are so easy to block, so easy to take people out of. It's just that simple. They added the Vince Carter dunk package this season, but I wouldn't even personally recommend you do so. Now, alley-oops. I'm putting on the best ones I possibly can because when I do alley-oop, I want it to be as nasty as possible. So I have on the elites. You can put on elites in Zion. You can put on all three. It does not matter. It is up to you on the alley-oops. It genuinely doesn't. Now, when it comes to standing dunks, I don't have the 40, but every single time, if you see me do a build video, I made this very early in the year, you're gonna make a build with 40 standing dunk. Why? Because it gets you LeBron on a swing, but you also get the best two-hand dunk package in the game, standing dunk, two-hand, under basket regular. In my opinion, it's the best entire big man dunk in the game. It's the best standing dunk in the game. And that is the one I mean, you can put on the pro under, you can put on the two-hand athletic. I just think the two hands for safety standing dunk is the best dunk in the game for big man, standing dunks, whatever you want to call it. Now, when it comes to contact dunks, I've said this time and time again, I'm going to be putting on whatever I can get. So if my build gets the pro, I'm putting that on. If my build gets the elites, I'm putting that on. Now, the thing is, when you get the elite and the pro, should you put all of it on? That is the dilemma, in my opinion. I have a 6'4", 99 standing driving dunk build. I have only the elites on. So what I would do is, if I'm a swing, being real with you, if you get the elites, I probably would just get what I paid for. Just put on the elites. But on this build, I just have on the pros. As simple as that. I told y'all I'm gonna start making my builds have 93 driving dunk. I'm gonna start pushing those vids out after I get done with all these builds. I'm trying to get y'all right now. But yeah, 93 standing dunk or driving dunk, I think is going to be the wave after. Well, I think it's just gonna be the wave for now. And yeah, I think the more packages you have, the more animations you have for every single situation depending on where your player is coming from and where the person you're dunking on is coming from. So I don't think it's a negative ever to have more contact dunk packages on your build. I just say if you gotta pay 96 and an 82, 99 and a 90, I would personally get what I paid for. That's just me. But yeah, that's pretty much the dunk packages. All right, now, next we got the shot creation animations. Now, I told y'all in the guard, I've been working on this getting more defined and what I believe is the best. So we got a lot for this one as well. I went over a lot for the layups. I'm going to go over a lot for this one. Now, I'm going to go over this one in order, though. Bryce Sensabaugh, in my opinion, is the best one in the game for swings. I think it's the closest to, like, the CJ McCollum, the Ja Morant's I was discussing when I went over the guards. Now, if you want something that's similar to Ja Morant for swings, I would say that's Delon Wright. I don't think it's the shooting off of it is as smooth as Ja, but I don't think shooting off either one is that good. You're just using it to pretty much create separation fast, and that's what they both do. But Bryce Sensabaugh is the one I would probably say is like the Malik Monks, the CJ McCollums of the guards. Bryce Sensabaugh, in my opinion, is very good. Now, to go alongside Bryce Sensabaugh, Devin Vassell is very solid as well. You can use this in a lot of different situations, kind of similar to what I was saying with the CJ McCollums of the guards. This is kind of similar in that vein. The next one I would probably have to recommend would probably have to be Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter is very solid as well. It does a lot of the things that you really want to do. It goes for it, so it makes the bump very, very unnecessary, but it also goes for it and steps back off the bump to create even more space off of the fact they can't bump you. So yeah, Kevin Huerter is very, very good. If you see these top three I just said, that I said pretty much to shoot off of, Bryce Sensabaugh, Devin Vassell, Kevin Huerter, they all do like some type of step back while also going forward before the said step back. Those are kind of my favorite ones in terms of the go-to shots. Halliburton is another one like that. Where is he at? Dylan Brooks is very solid as well. Branham is not really one that goes for it, but it does a step back. So like, if you're sizing somebody up kind of like a rhythm dribble, I think Branham is solid. It also does have one that does go for it within it. So it is solid for that. But for the most part, I think it's just good because it does, for the most part, stand still and then do a step back off of it to create the little extra separation if somebody's sagging off of you. Then you got ones like LaMelo, which is just solid. It goes forward, but it pretty much goes in place and then goes backwards, but it doesn't create that much separation. That's why it's not as high as some of the other ones. Then you have some of the meta ones that are just popular for a reason. Jimmy Butler, very, very good. Simple as that. Paul George, very, very good. Simple as that. And then Kevin Durant, very, very, very good. All right, next is the fades. It really does come down to if you're starter four or not. Kobe is the starter four animation for the fades. I think Bam is a starter four as well. Bam is actually a solid fade this year. I was testing it. It's solid. It just don't get that high off the ground, but if you want to get a lot of greens, Bam is really good. And it's very consistent going left and right. It's not too much difference in it. That's why I also like Pro 2 a lot. But yeah, Pro 2 and Normal 2, I still would say is the best two. But Bam, Kobe, MJ, those are the extra ones I would probably have to say. D-Book is solid, but for the most part, those are the ones I probably would have to say. And then for the spin jumpers, I'm be honest with you, it's not that many, but these are good. You got Pro, you got Kuzma, you got Devin Vassell. Kuzma, I would probably say is the best one for swings. Devin Vassell steps in, but if you're a midi warrior, it's gonna be very good. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, to go alongside that, I gotta say Luka, because what is this? How is this not a travel? It's literally doing a spin jumper into a double step back. That is, I don't understand how this is even possible. But yeah, Luka, if you master this, it's gonna be tough. Now, it is slow. I will say that. That's the only thing I say, and I had to throw it in the video because of what it is, but yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I would personally recommend Kuzma the most out of those, but Pro and Vassell are very good. But Luka, if you master this, you may be a monster. I ain't gonna lie. And then last but not least for the shot creation animations, the hop jumpers. Personally, I gotta recommend Harden the most. I think Harden is genuinely just one of the best ones in the game. But then you also got stuff like Jordan Clarkson where they tried to nerf it after season 1, but it's still very good for combos. Then you got Normal 2, which I do still think is very solid. You got D-Book, which I think is very good, that a lot of people, I don't know why, but they don't use. But Harrison Barnes is another one that I really like this year. Harrison Barnes is very, very solid. So yeah, it's a lot of other solid ones. I went over this in my first shot creator animations video when I tested all these for the first time. I'm gonna probably have to retest them when I do the testing shot creator animation video. But yeah, for the most part, these are the best hop jumpers in the game. And I don't want it to be confused on what hop jumpers are really for. They're for chaining combos. You can speed boost out of them. You can shoot off of them. It's a lot of different ways you can use hop jumpers this year. I would really categorize hop jumpers as more of a dribble animation this year because you can do so much with it. Kind of similar to a step back. Kind of like how I do put step backs with shot creator animations in them videos. But yeah, hop jumpers, very, very good this year. All right, now when it comes to swings, when it comes to making the best jump shot for swings, we're just gonna title it best just for the video purposes. But bro, when it comes to the best jump shots for swings, it's not nearly as complicated. It's not as plentiful as the guards. But when it not being as plentiful, it becomes more simplified. Now, there are some jump shots that you could say are some of the better ones in the game that I won't be covering. That will be going over in the video where I test every single jump shot. Real quick before we go too far, like I said for the guards, if you didn't watch the guards, you only have a swing build you came here for. When you change this, the faster you make it, the smaller you make your green window. When you slow it down, you spread the green window out. Simple, not complicated. It's simple. Now, when it comes to the best jump shots for swings, we're going to go over best. We're going to go over green window. We're going to be going over, I guess, visual cue, I guess you could say as well. But for the most part, we're going to be going over low rating too. So, first one, something to meet you in the middle. This is not going to be the cheapest one. You know what I'm saying? And also, I guess you could say this is the lower rated ones for like good guard builds. I guess if you want to make a swing that's like to be a guard. Delano Banton, again, like I did for the guards, you can use it on the swings. It is not complicated. It's simple. Now, when it comes to this, I like using this because it's fast. Not much else to say there, brother. Let's keep it going. Now, the next one, this is one that you can say is usable for the lower rating. It's going to be the same base as the big green window one. But the thing is, it's cheap. It's literally just way cheaper. Leandro Balmero. I've never seen this man in the NBA, by the way. I don't know who this is. I watch a lot of NBA. I have never seen this man step foot on a court. I've never seen him. I don't even know what team he plays for. But his base is literally the same one as the one I'm going to say is the biggest green window. Now, that's the biggest green window because it has a higher requirement. But if you want that same base, here it is for 59 3-ball or mid-range. So yes, this is one that you can use on your locks. You can use this on, maybe you have like a 6'7" big or 6'6" big, I don't know, back end, I don't know. But yeah, you can use this on all those builds. If you don't have the highest rating, this is a really good jump shot for you. You can also use it on a guard if you don't really meet the requirement of the Delano Banton, but it's up to you. Now, next, I don't want to scroll too far. Let's just go to the biggest green window. I think this is the best jump shot in the game for swings. I think this is the biggest green window for swings. I think it's the best jump shot in the game for swings. Ray Allen, it has the speed, it has the green window, it's hard to contest. I think Ray Allen is the best jump shot in the game. So with that being said, we're going to start doing the releases. Now, when it comes to releases for Ray Allen, I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of different ways you could go about this. You can put some of the better ones like Kobe Bryant. You can put some Kyle Korver. You can put a lot of different things on. But me personally, I like to go. Y'all probably heard me say this on the guards, but I ain't gonna lie. I didn't use it on the guards. I'm gonna use it on the bigs. I ain't gonna lie. Now I will say, this year you got stuff like MPJ. You got stuff like Kevin Durant that are very, very good. I'm probably gonna more so talk about that more so when we get into the bigs, but I will say Brandon Pavlovsky is very good. But if you do want to have higher ratings, probably go with MPJ, probably go with, you know what I'm saying, something else. I guess for video purposes, just to get a higher rating for y'all boys, I'll do this. Now, to go for the secondary release, we will be going with the Oscar Robinson. It's just pretty simple. It's not complicated. It's simple. So yeah, Oscar Robinson. Did I pass him? No, I didn't. I need to really learn my ABCs again, but yeah. Ray Allen, MPJ, Oscar Robinson. You're going to go, well, I'm going to just do this first because it's going to change. 75, then go push. Line right past it a little bit. And yeah, that's the jump shot pretty much for the most part. Now, one little fun fact you can do. You can do Luka. You can do Kevin Durant. You can do Brandon Popzinski. But one fun fact that you can do, just go all the way Oscar and just make it Oscar. And you can do this for guards. You can do this for swings. I didn't mention it on guards because I don't think it's as necessary, because you can do like the Stephen Curry, the Darius Garland. But when you do it like this, you can really be nice with it. I'm not gonna lie. And like I said, you can slow it down and stuff like that to make it have a bigger green window and stuff like that. So that's really on you how you want to do that. But yeah, that's genuinely on you. So I'm gonna put it back to 75 because we got one more base to go over. Actually, we did this a little bit different than we did the other one. But the last one, but not least, you could also say this has a really good green window, but I would say this one is the visual cue one. If you really want a good jump shot for a good visual cue, I would say this is the one for you, personally. And I would say it is Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is very, very, very good for swings, and that's what I'll say. All right, real quick, one that's popular. I don't want to leave these two out, I guess, because they're so popular. You got Jarrett Culver, Jalen Tyson. These two are very popular. Jarrett Culver is probably because it's pretty much T-Mac. And Jalen Tyson is just another popular base in the game for swings. And yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. That's going to be the best swing animations in NBA 2K25. If y'all do want more videos like this, I got to do the big man animations. I got to give y'all the secret testing video, but I'm also giving y'all the layup video and banger mode. Just stay tuned. Everything is coming in due time. But yeah, if you haven't already liked the video, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you don't got them on, I don't know what you're doing. If you're not a member of the channel, what are you doing? Simple as that. Share the video to anybody you think would help or enjoy. Without further ado though, your boy Fitz. I'm out of here, man.
I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!